what I find very interesting about your career is that you, Naipaul, I would say perhaps A.R. Rahman, Shekhar Kapur. I've sort of looked at you over the years as these remarkable people working at the highest levels in England, in Britain, and in India, in the highest levels of film and arts. And I don't think that's at all.
I've never thought of it like that.
but it's a fascinating and important thing. I mean, because let's say like Shekhar Kapur, for example, getting an Oscar and on the West End, and then doing these films, and you Channel 4, you're commissioning editor, you're writing TV series, and then you're writing Bollywood blockbusters. I think this is very important because this phenomenon that I've been observing of these Indians working at the highest level in Britain and India. I mean, you are like the linchpin. You are the person responsible because you've brought Shekhar Kapur. So what made? I mean, was that common? Like to take people from other countries and bring them in to do work in British TV?
We wanted. It wasn't conscious in that sense. There was a chat show. We needed a host for the chat show. He was quite famous. We thought, this would bring in the audience, and it did. And so one thing led to another.
Yes,
and
yes.
We made Bandit Queen. Then he came here, and because people saw Bandit Queen, they asked him to make Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And that was one for which the film had Oscar.
Were you involved in the process of Elizabeth at all?
No, not at all. Nothing to do with it.
Right,
it was working title, and they kidnapped Shekhar Kapur from us.
Because that is a direction. Yeah, it's quite a leap because Elizabeth being seen as this very British, type of thing, and being directed by an Indian, a Bollywood director of all things.
They thought he'd be very, very good at it because they'd seen Bandit Queen. They said quality of direction, let's get on with it. So they talked to him, and somebody had written the script. He read the script and said, "Yeah." So he went that way.
Was that the first crossover of a Bollywood director to a Western film? I think so.
Probably one of the first. I mean, there were Indian directors before. There was Baris Hussain and so forth, but they hadn't done Bollywood.
That's right.
This was the first Bollywood wala to go.
Because it's almost two different mentalities in the type of filmmaking.
Totally, because Bollywood comes from mythology.
That's right.
Bollywood comes from from the Ramayana and the Mahabharata and the epics.
It's a leela.
And even though they are in modern settings, the good and bad and the gods and the villains and the demons, they're all the same.
That's right. It's a tragedy. It's the ups, it's the downs, it's the crying, it's the laughing. It's the birth story and death story.
Western film comes from observation. It comes from novels. It comes from how life is lived rather than from mythology.
Absolutely.
Two different traditions.
And persons like yourself, like Shekhar Kapur, have been able to navigate these traditions and reach the highest levels in both these traditions. I just find that.
Don't know about that. Okay. I really don't know about that. But one does what comes one's way, really.
Yes, but what I find fascinating, I don't think that happens in any other two cultures in that way. Two cultures that that have their own traditions, their own forms, their own their own icons, all of that. And for a single individual or a group of small individuals to be able to go back and forth at will between the two, it's a remarkable thing.
We were colonials, and we grew up with English literature. We grew up by we being groomed in Catholic and Anglican schools. We had our own religions at home and our Christian religion in school. We saw movies from the West in English mostly, and we saw Hindi movies and had stars, and we were fans of both.
Yes.
Raj Kapoor, as well as Clint Eastwood. So who can say? We live between those, and I never felt alienated. Lots of people made a big thing about feeling alienated between one culture and another, feeling foreign in England and this and that. And I've never felt that in the least.